Very weird.
T3 Media.
Welcome to this week's edition of Talking Through the Media. Is your home for entertainment news for fans, by fans. So make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, whether you're watching us on YouTube, whether you're watching us on Facebook, whether you're watching us on Twitch, because we're live on all three. So whatever the button is, just hit it. We already got a dislike before the show even started, so I don't know what that's about, but it's all good. So as always, share those thoughts, just like the one we just got during the live show, because we're going to be monitoring the comment section, and because we want to hear them. We just enjoy it, even though the very first one that we got says "What the F." So I don't know what that's about. Sarah has her theory on it. Maybe it's because the name Mel Gibson was over her. He's like, that's not Mel Gibson. What the? So what the? Maybe that's what's going on. But speaking of Sarah Catherine the Red, we have her right here on standby. Sarah, what is going on in your neck of the woods?
Hello. The Braves are doing well. Fingers
we
crossed.
We said we
They
weren't going to
did.
mention the Braves.
I'm just saying, they lost last night, but they won a couple other games. So, I mean, we're just going to see how that goes.
I've always taken the opportunity to mention the Braves, so as always, that's good. So, and also we have, we got somebody else out here. We got a guest in studio. I finally get to use the couch. What's going on, Daniel Dyer?
What's up? How you doing?
I'm gonna need you to counter the negative news that Sarah just dropped us with some great news. What's going on in your?
The Astros are winning
Woo!
Game 5.
Now that's some news.
6-0.
Us Houstonians hating on the Braves. Sarah's gonna beat us up about that later. So, guys, as always, guys, if you can't catch us during our live show, you can always check us out on podcast. So go check us out. We're on iTunes, SoundCloud. We are on Spotify as well. So if you don't have the time to check us out during our live show on Twitch, Facebook, or on the YouTube show, check us out on those podcasts, and also hit the follow button there as well if you are a podcast junkie like some of us, like pothead junkie.
So it's that kind of
It's that kind of party today. And if you want to support the channel, you can become a member for our exclusive videos on Patreon as well, or on YouTube. And don't forget to, just like I said, hit the comment section and let us know your thoughts during the show or after the show. We read them all. And if we catch a good comment or question, we will also feature it on our We Got Your Mail segment. So don't forget about that. Like I said, during the live show or afterwards, it doesn't matter. Or on social media, just hit us up. Eon001, I always appreciate you checking out the show, man. He goes, I need to get to sleep. It's just gone 12, and it's 12 in the UK. Go to sleep, dude. He said he's gonna stay up. He says I'll stay up for the first top though. Well, right off the top, I'm glad you mentioned that. Right off the top, I'm gonna real quick. I was watching the news, and Sarah I did it again. Alicia Silverstone. Is it Stone or Stone? It's Stone.
Silverstone.
Yeah.
Alicia Silverstone.
She was featured. She was on. I saw an Instagram, or it was a TikTok video where she was stitching another a person on TikTok who was calling out the fat shaming or weight shaming that she went through while she was filming Batman and Robin.
Wow.
And she wasn't heavy.
And she wasn't even. Look at this suit. Look at this.
She looked very fit.
I mean, they showed her butt enough. I mean, if you guys, you remember that, the bat nipple. She
looked fantastic.
It looks fantastic. I mean, even
continues to be fantastic.
She should have did one of those as if commercials for that too. So that was crazy. Did any of you guys see that on Instagram or on TikTok?
No.
I saw it. So somebody was on TikTok. They called it out and said that the articles or whoever wrote those reports, just calling her a weight out, should apologize to her, and they probably will. You know, it's only a matter of time until somebody gives a heartfelt apology, and we should also get an apology from Warner Brothers just for that script alone. I mean, I thought that George Clooney was a good Bruce Wayne. He just wasn't a good Batman. That's just my only criticism. That's my criticism of that. Anybody else want to talk about Alicia Silverstone's butt or anything like that? Anybody?
I mean, I just don't see how they're fat shaming her because it's just very strange.
Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with it at all.
Nothing.
Also, Sarah, you were excited. I don't know why for something else that was going on real quick. Home Alone. That's what I don't know why you were so excited about that.
Because it's crazy. It's crazy. So they're going to reboot Home Alone. They're going to bring back members from the original cast at the age they are, and then they're just going to make it on Netflix. So I don't know anything more than that. I don't think there's anything more than that. But what's super fun about this and what I love, which is the power of social media, power of internet, people have been talking about this like normal people, not studios, not agents, not anybody like that. Normal people have been talking about it so long, and the actor, who's the actor that plays in Home Alone? What's his name?
So Macaulay Culkin's not in it though, right?
Macaulay Culkin's in it, isn't he?
As what?
I don't know, but I heard he was in it because he also did TikToks and he posted on Instagram responding to all these fans and rumors saying, hey, there should be another Home Alone and you should be in it.
Is it on Disney Plus?
I thought it was on Netflix. It was Disney Plus?
Well, it's going to be on Disney Plus when it comes out.
Home Alone reboot with Ellie
No.
Kempler, Rob Delaney, and Kenan Thompson set November release on Disney Plus.
Guess not. Well, everybody's going to be real sad he's not in it.
I don't know if are we talking about the same thing. Maybe this series and maybe the movie that you're talking about is two different things.
There's going to be a series.
Home Alone is back. Home Alone is back, y'all filthy animals. The rebooted Home Sweet Home Alone featuring young Jojo Rabbit breakout star Archie Yates is coming exclusively to Disney Plus on November the 12th, just in time for the holidays.
How are they going to do a series? Like they're just going to keep forgetting their kid at home?
or
like nobody after the first time they don't come in.
They like stretch it out. Into like just a whole season. Like he's home alone and like instead of like doing like a 2-hour movie, they do it in a 6-episode show. Maybe it's something like that.
We're gonna get a backstory of the villains.
Right.
I'm gonna be feeling sorry for them. Are we gonna root for the villains to get the kid?
No, see nowadays.
They're just some hard times.
Nowadays a kid gets left alone for a hot minute and they call child services and they scoop that baby out of it.
Yeah, that's
what it is now.
Way.
In the 90s, they were like, oh, how old is he? Oh, he can't reach the knives yet. He'll be fine for a little while.
Yeah.
You know? That's in the 90s, not today.
I think every Home Alone movie should have ended like that, where Child Protective Services was called.
Right.
That would be normal. Yeah.
Home Alone. That would. Oh man, that'd be crazy. Parents in jail alone. But guys, let's get into the main topics real quick. So the first main topic, I said, because I asked Sarah if she wanted to help me out with them. She's like, nope, don't want to read them. I saw her read them myself. Don't worry about it. It comes in from Screen Rant, and let's see. It says it all started back in July with Black Widow, which had a controversial hybrid release, meaning it dropped in the theaters and in Disney Premier Access at the same time. It was only in September that the franchise exclusively returned to cinema with Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, and in a couple more weeks, it will be Eternals time for a premiere. But just as the MCU eases back into the normal schedule, it was recently reported that Marvel has delayed 5 of its films in various degrees. The list includes Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, Thor: Love and Thunder, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, The Marvels, and Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Quantumania?
Yeah.
I don't like that title. But guys, Daniel, I'll start with you. What do you think? What do you think is the real cause? Do you think this strike is the cause of it, or do you think it's something else?
I mean, it could have been, because it's all about saying now there's like production delays and it's something about filmmakers. Mm-hmm. I believe that's what strike was about. Like the filmmakers did the strike, I believe, by what I was told from somebody from the inside. So he told me he warned me like this strike could have happened, and because of just people not wanting to like do the movies without more money,
right?
Or like I guess the people who are like the filmmakers and such. And so, it seems like that makes sense because not every movie was delayed. Like Guardians of the Galaxy 3 stayed on its May 5th, 2023 slot. So it's only the 5 movies you mentioned that. So I guess they're not going to be available to be ready in the time of their their third release date. Yeah. And so, it's probably what it was the strike, and people just weren't going to have their films ready in time because of it.
And it probably held something back that was it's one thing that led to another. Probably
because that Indiana Jones movie got pushed back too.
Yeah, that got pushed. Well, that's gonna get pushed back another 5 years. What about you, Sarah? What do you think? What do you think is the real reason? Come on, because you know everything that's going on out there. What's going on with Kevin Feige?
I think it's going to be a combination of the wonderful COVID that we're still having to deal with, the new regulations that each state is mandating, the federal mandates, and I'm sure the strike had a different combination to do with it. I think that they're trying to stretch it out so that way they make sure that they have enough time, enough coverage to do it. Yeah. Because as those COVID breakouts happen, they're having to pretty much halt and clear house and things like that. So they have to be extra careful and they're extra liable for all of that. So
yeah, I agree. It's probably more related to the environment versus that strike, because that strike was like it was only they got a settlement right at the 0 hour. So I don't think that delayed too much. It was probably the renegotiating.
What Feige's telling us though is that it wasn't no fear of the state of the world,
right?
And he told me it was like production delays. That's what he's saying. And
it's Mephisto is the real reason.
Mephisto, he's behind it all.
That's right. So guys, let us know what you guys think. If you've got any news or if you've heard anything in these articles, you can point to us. Let us know that. But as you were talking about the schedule was updated. So I think we have the updated list, and I'll show you real quick. So as of right now, this is from Variety. The key release dates is, as of right now, still November 5th for the Eternals, Spider-Man No Way Home, December 17th, 2021. That's this December. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is next year of May 6th. Thor: Love and Thunder, July 8th. 2022. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever is November the 11th, 2022. Marvel's / Captain Marvel 2, which I feel like they should have just called it Captain Marvel 2. February 17th, 2023. Ant-Man and the Wasp, July 28th, 2023. And Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, May 5th, 2023. And I want to, real quick, I just before the show started, I saw that Guardians of the Galaxy is they just started filming that. They just released a statement.
Of course, it was after James Gunn finished Suicide Squad.
Yeah, that was the deal. Yeah, they were
so there is some waiting on that. Is why they hadn't started already. So I feel like they probably started that. Did they just started?
They just announced that they just started filming. Okay. Maybe it was yesterday or not, but they Chris Pratt just released it.
But that movie's not until 2023.
Yeah.
So why they didn't delay that one.
We're good. Yeah, we're good.
I feel like
everything's fine.
Everything will be okay. Guardians is staying in its slot. Everything will be okay.
This will be fine. All right, moving on to the next main topic of the week. So Netflix on trans employees walking out protesting Dave Chappelle's special. They had their walkout. What happened was that a lot of the trans community or the LGBT community that work for Netflix, they set up a walkout, and they got a lot of support from celebrities. Started backing them up on that. So it says Netflix CEO and Chief Content Officer Ted Sarandos, in an interview Tuesday, acknowledged that he screwed up in communicating the company's position on the Chappelle special. But he indicated the closer will remain on Netflix and reiterated that he does not believe it falls into the category of hate speech. that was his statement. And the reason why I brought that up was because that there were a lot of people who are on on YouTube and their channel saying that Netflix backed down. It's like, to me, I'm not gonna comment either way, one way or another on the subject. But what I'm gonna say is I feel like there are people out there who just want this rift to continue for their own reasons. I don't know if I can say it any better than that. Whether they're in the black community that wants to be against the LGBT community, whether they're in the LGBT community that wants to not be against anything, but just wants to further. I feel like people are trying to further whatever agendas they have by pinning one side against the other, which I don't feel is necessary anymore.
I mean, yeah, it's maybe like you're saying, they're just trying to separate people.
Just keep people separate, keep people fighting, keep people going at each other, and so they can just keep
plot behind it all.
At this point,
it makes sense.
Everybody, I mean, there's celebrities that showed their support and everything. I mean, that's great, but I feel like there's a way to have that conversation without everybody just immediately just attacking everybody. Right. You're this, you're that, you're a race, you're. That's just how I feel about it. What about you, sir? What do you ultimately the whole thing?
I mean, we talked about his special before, and I watched it, and I mean, he's a comedian. He makes fun of everything, and I can understand how some people were triggered by his content. Yeah. But in reality, I get triggered every time I watch Bill Burr. Don't at me, his fans. But I understand he's a comedian and it's comedy, and I'm not going to, cry about it or pick it. But I can't, I feel like this world today is much more sensitive, especially when it comes to things that are meant to be comedic. Yeah. And I don't understand that. But if they feel like they're doing what's right, then that's all they can do. I don't necessarily agree with trying to cancel a comedian when he's just trying to be funny in a controversial way, which every comedian does.
I'll just say that at the end of it, I feel like a lot of people ignored that great story that he told, which proved that he didn't have a problem, that he doesn't have a problem with people that are from the LGBT community. And it's like, I feel like a lot of people who just, there are some people who want to have a serious conversation and really try to solve something, and then there are just other people that just want to, what did they say on Batman? There's just people that want to watch the world burn. Just want to watch the world burn.
They don't really. They're just there for the fun of it.
They're just there for the fun of it. Yeah. That's what I feel like is going on. And to continue on,
because I would say, because he really, I didn't watch all of this one yet, his new one, but his last one, he kind of just pits on everybody.
Yeah, and
even his own race.
Yeah, he's always done that.
It's not like just constantly just one race the whole time.
Yeah,
or one group of people the whole time.
The whole time.
He
gets on everybody.
Yeah, even his own race, and that's what's funny about him.
The CEO from Netflix, Sarandos, had previously defended the company's partnership with the comedian in internal memos, saying, as with our other talent, we work hard to support other creative freedoms, even though this means there will always be content on Netflix some people believe is harmful. He wrote to the senior execs he wrote that out in earlier in October this month. And it's true. Because if you take down one thing, then there's a lot more that you want to take down. So if you're not going to target everything, I'm not saying don't target anything, but I saw an article that said, moving forward, that's why I said having the conversation is good. If you mean if the conversation is about moving forward, let's try to be better and do better or something like that. That to me feels productive. But that's just my opinion. But you guys out there, I'm sure if you guys want to share your thoughts, if you have any other articles that you want to share or any topics or any talking points, maybe there's a good point out there that we hadn't thought of or that we can share maybe on We Got Your Mail. Just let us know. Put it in the box below, and we'll talk about it on the upcoming show. So Mel Gibson joins John Wick's prequel. I've been wanting to talk about this, the Continental. Is everybody here a John Wick fan? Did everybody see John Wick?
Yeah.
I've enjoyed the movie so far.
I mean, can we just be honest about how those movies are terrible? No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I love John Wick. And when I heard that they were making a Continental spinoff, I flipped out. So from MovieWeb, Mel Gibson has joined the cast of John Wick prequel series, The Continental, as a character named Cormac. I don't like that name. The Lionsgate Television produced a 3-night event. I guess the whole season is going to take place in 3 nights. Is what I'm.
That really long episodes.
Well, I
guess
with
Sherlock maybe.
Probably will act as an origin story about the Hotel for Assassins, which has been heavily featured in the Keanu Reeves film franchise. In the movie, the hotel is run by Winston Scott, played by Ian McShane, and it is through the eyes of a younger version of Winston that the story of the earlier years of the hotel will be shown. As of yet, there is no word on who will play the part, but there are few details about the plot that have been released so far.
So it's John Wick without John Wick in it?
Well, it's more about the origin of the Continental ground.
Yeah.
Like, just they can't kill people in that hotel, right?
Yeah, it's just about.
So it's basically the origin of the hotel before John Wick came along.
Well, can we just talk about how this movie was supposed to be like a throwaway action, just a one-off thing? I don't even think they saw a franchise with this, but it was so rich with the things that were going on. What's this hotel about? Who is that guy? That's
John Wick were comics or graphic novels.
Was it? Wait. You just educated me on something that I shouldn't even admit that I didn't know. John Wick is based on a novel?
Graphic novels.
I did not
know that.
Comic
books.
See, okay. When it comes to novels and film adaptations, I don't. If I've decided I'm only going to focus on the movie, I don't look up. I don't go back and read the novels because I know that the movie will never ever match, my imagination, the details that a book is going to give you and things like that. So I try not to do that to myself. If I'm going to read the book, I'll read the book. But if I'm just going to watch the movie, I'm never going to go back to the book. So that's news to me. I thought that was an original script. I didn't know that they were based on.
No.
Man, where's this Oscar at, man? There's your hashtag. Where's hashtag Oscar John Wick Oscars? That's what I'm looking for now. That was some good writing. You're not looking forward to the Continental, Sarah? I
don't know. I after watching The Fat Man, I don't have a lot of confidence in Mel Gibson anymore.
After watching The Fat Man, why would you watch that?
What is that?
It's a Mel Gibson movie that you probably shouldn't waste your time with.
It is Santa Claus with assassins.
Santa Claus with assassins.
What?
You want to give a quick? I'll give you some time on that one. Sarah, you want to give a quick little? Or is it not even worth it? Just thumbs up or thumbs down?
So it's Mel Gibson plays Santa Claus. They call him the Fat Man. And he puts coal in this little boy's stocking, who this little boy is rich and like the son of a gangster or something.
Please don't tell me that this little boy puts a hit on Santa Claus?
Yeah, he puts a hit on Santa Claus because he didn't get any toys. And the assassin, guess what the assassin's name is?
Wow.
That's too.
Guess what the assassin's name is?
You know what? I never had.
His name is Thin Man.
Thin Man.
I never had any need to watch that movie, but I think Sarah, you just talked me into it. But real quick,
I mean, it's worth seeing once if it doesn't cost you anything.
True. All right. But about going on about the Continental, Lionsgate Television, we were exploring the Continental in the young Winston and how it came to be that he and his team of confidants found their way into the hotel, which we have met for the first time in the movie franchise 40 years later. This is coming from, I think it's Kevin Beggs from Lionsgate. That's the arena. I won't give away any more than that, but Starz Network is going to be showing the Continental. Really leaned into this take also, and they have been great collaborators. And how we've approached the first season is a essentially 90-minute event, which you could construe as a limited series or limited event series. So that comes from Kevin Biggs from Lionsgate. I was always looking forward to this.
270 minutes of Mel Gibson fighting in a hotel.
There you go. You keep just like the Fat Man. You keep selling me on these things. I'm telling you, you sold me again. Sarah's like, Are the Braves?
I don't think I can watch that. I don't think I can watch. That's too many minutes.
Well, it's gonna be on separate nights, right?
Yeah,
that's
what it says. Limited series. Yeah, like maybe an hour each. Maybe it's like
90 minutes. 30
minutes each. There you go. We're gonna just some
3 90-minute events. 3 90-minute events.
Whoa. Okay. I read that wrong again.
Well, I mean,
you read that.
That's why we have Sarah on the show, because I don't pay attention to the details.
3 90-minute events. That's 270 minutes.
You can tell I leave the toilet seat up.
I don't think if it's spread out like that, it'll be tolerable.
That's 3 movies.
3 90-minute events of Mel Gibson.
The Snyder Cut was 4 hours long, and a lot of people stick around and watch that.
You keep selling me even more on this. I'm telling you,
I'm gonna watch it.
I'm gonna watch it. Who are the Astros winning it? Any update?
7-0.
7. See, there we go.
There's bottom of the 7th.
There we go. There's just the weather in Houston is now. Oh no.
Right.
What about the Braves? How the Braves doing over there, sir?
They don't start for another 30 minutes.
All right. Okay. All right. Go Stros. You're wearing your Astros hat. I should have worn mine. Damn it. All right. Moving on to the last. So I don't have a display for it. We're just gonna go real quick on it, guys. Did you ever heard about that graphic novel, Y: The Last Man?
Yeah.
I don't think I have.
A post-apocalyptic world where all the men, anybody that has a Y chromosome, just drop dead. And I knew I was going to hear a voice in the background.
But that means eventually.
And boy animals.
Die out eventually, though.
And boy animals. No, because women can have babies with science from women. All they need is an X chromosome from a woman. They smush it together in sciencey way, and they have babies. Google it. It's true.
Will they be healthy?
If they work on it enough.
Don't piss off all the lesbian families that have their babies right now, boy. Yes, they are healthy. They are normal babies. 2 X chromosomes make a girl baby. That's all you need.
I never looked into it, so I didn't know.
All I'm gonna say is, if this were to happen in real life, okay, here's something that somebody brought up. I'm gonna piss off all the.
I would rule the world.
Okay, so. This is one thing a guy pointed out. Right now, at this very moment, about 80% or higher of the people who work on the electric grids all over the world, every electric grid in the world, are mostly men. You kill all the men in the world. Thanos snapped all the men in the world in one motion. You do not have enough time for the surviving humans to learn how to work these grids, figure out where they are, get them up and running in enough time before. Like, that's it. Everything shuts down. Electricity is the first to go. Running water is next. All these things that we're used to. What happens?
They did episodes on that in the show.
I'm not gonna watch it.
The show we're talking about. Why?
But
The Last Man.
In reality, that's just my point. There should be there. That's why I feel like this. It's like my feelings on zombies. Like I don't worry about a zombie apocalypse because rigor mortis is a thing. The zombie apocalypse would last for like a couple of hours or a day or two. Because rigor mortis, those things wouldn't be able to move. It's ridiculous. But
unless those are World War Z zombies.
If all the men were to drop dead, there's some rugged, rough and tough women out there that would have long lives out there because they know how to survive. But there's a lot of people, and men too. I'd probably be one of the first to go if the apocalyptic event would hit. I'm soft. I know I am, but I mean, the thing that this thing is one guy brought up was the electric grid. The electric grid will be the first thing to go, because as at this moment right now, it's mostly operated by men. Not because they're not. Maybe it's because they're not hiring women for bad negative reasons, but it is what it is now. That was his point, that mostly like 80% or higher are operating the electric grid. So if men disappeared right now, that's it. No lights. No.
They solved that issue. I think it was like episode 4 or 5. They solved it.
Did you? The reason behind them canceling this show, I don't like, and I don't buy. I was interested in watching this show, but I hate it when I always nowadays, if I feel like a show might not make it, I don't begin to watch it until after maybe season 2 or season 3, because I hate it when I start a show and I get emotionally invested in it and then they cancel it within the first season. I'm getting tired of that, and it's happening more and more often lately. Mm-hmm. So how do you feel, Sergio? You've been watching the show. Do you feel? I feel like, based on what I've seen and what I've heard people responding to it, that it doesn't deserve to be canceled. I feel like they should have given the show a chance. But have you been hearing that it hasn't been getting views, or what's going on? What's been going on with that show?
I think what the issue is that I haven't heard anything. I haven't heard anybody talk about it. It doesn't seem to be very popular. It really didn't get much hype off of a show of what it would be. You'd think that with all the female empowerment and the feminism movements that are happening now, that a show like this maybe would catch a little, a little light, a little more press than it did, but it really didn't.
So marketing.
So maybe that's it. I think the viewers. I think that the viewers weren't as excited about it as maybe some of the other shows that were coming out. But I mean, I watched the show. It was pretty good. I myself wasn't super excited to keep watching it. It did kind of drag on a little more than I thought it should. But overall, it could have been, pretty good couple seasons. I've definitely seen worse shows that were renewed. So I don't know why.
I like Walking Dead. And I still feel like that show should have ended like 3 seasons ago. So if they could have kept The Walking Dead going for longer than it really needs
it's now the last season.
Is this the last season?
Yeah, this would be 24 episodes. They just finished their first 8 episodes. So there's going to be 8 more episodes starting next year, and then there's going to be another break, and then 8 more episodes towards the end of next year. So basically they're making an extra, usually they only do 16 episodes a season, but since the last season they're doing three 8 episode.
Okay.
3, and so I mean, but honestly, they got new writers around the time they brought in the Whispers, and the ratings went up and all that. So it feels like it improved after it went down a little bit. And,
I mean, I love the Negan character, so I gotta.
no spoilers. That was part of my favorite.
I stopped watching it, but I'll finish it off. Maybe I'll wait until the show is completely done, and then I'll finish it off.
Well, you got 16 episodes left.
But guys, if you are a fan of the Why the Last Man, especially if you're a fan of the graphic novel, tell me about the comparisons of that. I never read the graphic novel. I heard about it years ago when it first was released, and then I heard about the show recently when it was in pre-production or post-production, and I always thought this story was fascinating, and I was really hoping that this show was going to make it because I was interested in watching it. But that's one of my rules. I try not to get too invested right away because I'm always afraid that it's going to get canceled too soon. And this was another one of the shows that I had on the back burner. I was going to start watching it, but I wanted to see if it was going to survive to at least a season 2, and it's not. So I don't even know. So I don't know. Maybe Sarah, even you've seen the show, and you're kind of not even. You're I'm not getting the Mel Gibson Fat Man vibes off of you. Sold that to me. This one you're not I don't feel
okay.
I'm not feeling
it. I mean, all the guys die, and then the lady who ends up being the within the line of succession for the president, her son is the only one not affected. Her son and his male monkey, for some reason.
Yeah,
they have no idea what happened. Yeah, they have no idea what happened, but all the male animals died. So it's like the animal population sinks and they're running out of food, and it's just they're trying to figure out how he survived and nobody else, and then
the plot to this sounds like some teenager's wild dream. You got a boy surrounded by all the ladies in the world.
No, see, I think that if he was a stronger character, they made him.
I heard he was a jerk. I heard.
No, he is a wussiest of wuss. Why me? I don't understand.
What killed all the men?
Don't come after me. I'm running away. I don't want to do this.
It was Mephisto.
Mephisto killed jumping universes.
Yeah, Mephisto killed all the men.
Except this one kid.
Yeah. But let us know your thoughts about it, guys, and share them, and maybe we'll talk about it some more on We Got Your Mail. One of the last things because it's Halloween, one of the last things I wanted to talk about was a Reddit story that came across. So I want to end the show real quick on a Reddit post that I came across. And let me see if I can display it up real quick. Like Reddit horror stories. I don't know if I can get that up there. You know, or maybe a Reddit logo. I don't know. I'll just say. I don't know. Let me see. True
spooky time.
True horror stories. Let me see if I can make it spooky. I need some background music or something. There we go. Oh, is that spooky enough, or is that which spooky? Is that good? Is that spooky enough? No. That's Amazon. So I can't do that. All right, we need a spooky background. Something before I read this thing. That's good enough. That's good enough. All right. And then pop-ups come in. So real quick, okay. So this story came in, and I'm going to read it real quick. It says it was a person on Reddit who posted this, but they removed it, and it's an anonymous post now. He removed his name. So his story that he wrote, he said, a few years ago, I was walking through the woods of this beaten track A few years ago, I was walking through the woods off the beaten track a bit, and I smelled this really overpowering sweet smell. Being nosy, I pulled back the underground to have a look and found a dead body. The guy had clearly been there a while and wasn't looking great, all swollen and green and black with various runny bites. The local wildlife had also been dining well for a few days. I called the police, who told me to wait with the body until they arrived. Being in the middle of nowhere, it took a while for them to arrive, and it got dark. And I just sat there in the dark with the dead body for a long time. It turned out that he had committed suicide. For a long time afterwards, I had dreamt about him, and he would talk to me, and not nice things, mainly about how he was angry I had disturbed his resting place, and he wanted me to kill myself. Probably just my imagination, but it's pretty disturbing at times. He still turns up in my dreams from time to time, and no doubt he will be tonight after typing this.
Dang.
What you thought?
First of all, I would not stay near the body no matter what anybody told me. I'd be like, bye.
Police orders, man.
Yeah, but they don't. I mean, what are they going to do? Come arrest me for leaving?
Yeah, you left the scene of the crime. How do we know you didn't kill him? What about you, sir? Would you have stayed next to that dead body that whole time?
Yeah, probably.
I wouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't tell my name. I would just report it. I'd be like, hey, there's a body out here. You know, I found a body in the woods and I'm leaving. I don't.
Not to be hella morbid, but I mean, most people don't see dead bodies, let alone in a state of decomposition. And that's kind of, in a biological sense, is very interesting, because he mentioned the sweet smell, and that's so as we degrade, those bugs and animals come and
that's the part that confused me. What's the sweet smell? I thought the decay
it's your body. It's your body breaking down you're breaking down cellularly, and you get all that nice sugar that we have a lot of sugar in us. You get all that broken
that
down.
Coca-Cola.
So smells good. And so it gets those animals and those bugs to come eat us. And that's just part of it. Yeah, that's really morbid to admit, but I wouldn't touch it, obviously, but that's interesting. Like, that's not often in somebody's lifetime would they be in a situation like this
to experience. You know, a body, you don't know if he was killed by somebody else and they're still out there.
Yeah, that's what I would be worried about.
I mean, like, what if he was killed by somebody else?
If it's pussy, leaky, and swollen, no, it's been there a while. He said it's been there a while. So the killer stayed out there for a week or two or more just to watch it. Goes.
Yeah,
probably.
Maybe the killer comes and goes.
But in this situation,
he's probably screwed anyway.
He killed. So he committed suicide, and he. So you haunt. Obviously, I think the guy just was freaked out the fact that he found a dead body. Right. So he's subconsciously torturing himself. I mean, the dude's already wanted to check out. Why would he be worried about? Why would he want to haunt this guy? Why I would be more mad at every animal that was biting my toes off and stuff. Right. That's what I'd be upset about. Like,
obviously, he's not haunting him. He just found the experience traumatic, and psychologically, he's dealing with that trauma.
Like, yeah, he's the M. Night Shyamalan twist. Like, it was him the whole time. He was the one who his spirit called the cops on himself. You want to come pick me up? I'm out here. That would be interesting. I know it's Halloween. I didn't have anything spooky to share, so I decided I want to just throw something in there real quick, guys. But that's all, guys. Me and Dyer, we're gonna do some reactions later on. I wanted to get over these weekly topics real quick and just share them with you guys. We're already 10 minutes overtime, and but still better than my 5-hour show last week.
So, I watched part of it. I was like, man,
I shouldn't have done that. I should not have done that. But real quick, cool. Sarah, if people want to find you online, where can they locate you?
I'm on all the channels of Sarah Catherine the Red.
And Daniel Dyer, if they want to locate you online, where do people can do that?
All right, for Instagram, it is Dyer Cosplay, Dyer, just to make sure you spell it right. Some people don't know spell my last name. And Dyer Situation.
It's with a Q, I believe.
Right. And if you want me on TikTok, it's Dyer Situation. So Instagram, Dyer Cosplay. TikTok, it's Dyer Situation.
And his OnlyFans. And guys, if you want to find me, you can find me, Chris W. Fagan, on all the social medias, or just here at T3 Medias on social media, on TikTok and all that stuff. You know, I read everything. So let's share your thoughts. And until next time, guys, I say don't smell any dead bodies.
Don't go anywhere alone.
Our supporters help make all this content possible, so make sure you check out our Patreon page so you can help us bring you the content you want.
Push the pedal to the freaking metal. I'm turned up just like heavy metal. Yo. Turned up on another level. Push the pedal to the freaking metal. I'm turned up just like heavy metal.